If you are someone who overthinks a lot and tends to run away somewhere else with their thoughts and ends up becoming all the more stressed, then this video is for you. Overthinking is excessive analysis, evaluation, and rumination regarding a certain situation, which ends up affecting the mental health of the person. Why do people overthink? This could be because of nature and nurture both. That is, some individuals may have a genetic predisposition, which means that someone with anxious parents will also have a tendency to have anxiety. And anxiety is something which starts to occur as a result of overthinking. It also has a lot to do with nurturing, that is, the environment that you've grown up in and the current environment that you are in, which includes the physical aspects of your environment, such as the color of the walls, the lighting, clutter around you, as well as the people who are present in your environment. Moving on to stress management and the strategies which are discussed. Number one are the 4 A's: avoid, alter, adapt, and accept. Many situations which we find stressful are situations that we can easily avoid. If you know that a certain person is going to stress you out, then you avoid the person altogether. If you know that it is not in your control to be able to completely avoid this person, you can talk to them directly about the aspect of their behavior which is directly affecting you. You can also work on yourself to try and be more confident to talk to this person in front of people as well if they are talking down to you repeatedly. The second method is stress journaling. When we have a lot of jumbled up thoughts in our head, it really helps to put them down on paper. You feel lighter and your judgment about the situation also improves, because when you read all of that, you may be able to put two and two together as to why exactly that particular situation has been troubling you so much, and you may also be able to figure out a certain solution. Well, as a related concept is of gratitude journaling, in which you keep a gratitude journal in which you consistently write, let's say, 5 things daily, 5 things that you are grateful for. It's also very important to know how time management and stress are related. Poor time management is like a willful invitation for stress. If I'm not managing my time in the correct way, if I'm not aligning it with my core beliefs, I'm bound to get stressed. Two methods for the same are discussed. One is in which you make a list of all the inputs, such as emails, social interactions, messages, calls, and you should plan ahead as to what your response is going to be to each of them. For example, I already decide that during my work hours, I will not be replying to any messages, or during my work hours, I will not be taking any personal calls. One can also keep track of the way he or she is spending their time every day of a week. Once I have the weekly record in front of me, then I know where my maximum time is getting spent each day. And now I have to relate that to what my priorities in life are. If I'm a very family oriented person and I'm spending 90% of my time at work, then obviously there is a mismatch which is bound to lead to stress. There's another concept of time blocking, in which when I sit down to work, I block out certain time slots for certain tasks, and then I'm very disciplined about not attending to any other task during that block of time. Setting smart goals helps a lot, that is specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound. There are also several methods that are discussed in the book which tell you how to handle acute stress in a social situation. One such method is the 5-4-3-2-1 grounding technique. When we are experiencing anxiety, we are consciously trying to pull back our awareness into the present moment by engaging all our 5 senses. So, in my immediate environment, I'm going to look around and find 5 things that I can see, and I'm going to look at every detail in those 5 things. Then I'm going to feel 4 different things, which could be my hair, it could be my skin, it could be the texture of a fabric, it could be the furniture that I'm sitting on, followed by 3 sounds that I can hear. I'm going to focus my attention on them. So it could be the sound of the fan, it could be the sound of the traffic, the sound of my own breathing, followed by 2 things that I can smell, which could be the perfume on my skin, it could be the fragrance in the environment, and finally, 1 thing that I can taste. Similarly, there are other techniques as well, like autogenic training, guided imagery and visualization. And the third is JPMR, that is Jacobson's progressive muscle relaxation. In autogenic training, we are again trying to deliberately calm down our nervous system during a period of stress. One tries to focus on their bodily sensations like heaviness, like warmth, like perception of one's heartbeat, perception of one's breathing. By doing all of these, we are heightening our sensation of awareness and again pulling our concentration away from our overthinking and anxiety. GPMR operates on the principle that physical relaxation automatically leads to mental relaxation as well, and this works by coordinating the contraction and relaxation of various muscles of the body, starting from the toes and moving upwards. And while contracting a muscle, we are breathing in deeply, and while relaxing, we are breathing out. By increasing our awareness, it also helps with concentration issues, insomnia, and anxiety issues. The ultimate target in an overthinker has to be their thought patterns. Whatever we are thinking or what our conscious thoughts are, they are determining our feelings, and our feelings are controlling our behaviors. So, if our thought process will be flawed, or it will be distorted, or it will be negative in a certain way, that will lead to a negative emotion, which will make us act in a way which will not be fruitful for us. This is where the role of cognitive behavioral therapy comes in, which is commonly referred to as therapy. So, in therapy, a person is encouraged to break down their own thought patterns, realize their cognitive distortions, understand how that is not helping them and leading to negative emotions and negative behaviors. Therapy also helps and encourages people to develop a positive self script about themselves. It is only after awareness of our patterns that we can work on restructuring them and introducing and consciously thinking positive thoughts. It is only then that we can catch ourselves in the act of thinking something negative with the awareness that what this is going to lead to. Finally, the book talks about building good attitudes in life and talks about five main attitudes. We should try to focus only on the things that we can control. Similarly, we should try to focus on the positive things in life and not so much on the negative things in life. Remember how we discussed the gratitude journaling a while back? We should also put our time and efforts in attaining things that we really need and not by running after everything that we want. I hope you like this video in my mental health series and it can help you in some way. Please share in the comments your own experiences with overthinking.